Welcome back to the second annual Tournament of College Athletics Trivia presented by the Scott Holman Pawdcast. We've got our very first matchup of the first round here. We're very excited to be back at it again. We've got a new contestant who wasn't here last year, and we've got a returning contestant from last year, so should be a lot of fun. I'm Dustin, Sam's your host, and we've got Kegan and Jeff are our two contestants today. Kegan had been randomly selected as contestant number one. Kegan is the managing editor of Sooners Wire, powered by USA Today Sports. Kegan, thanks for joining us for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's been a year? When did Houston play Oklahoma last? Was it 2018?
It was this past year up in Norman.
Oh yeah, at the beginning of the season. So yeah, golly, that feels like forever ago, considering the times right now. But no, it's good to talk to you guys. Good to see you guys. So this should be fun.
All right, and contestant number two is Jeff, who was with us last year. You may remember. Jeff, thanks for coming back. He is. You can find him at UCF Banneret, Black and Gold Banneret, all things UCF. Jeff's your guy. Jeff, thanks for joining us.
What's up, guys? It's always good to be with you. Nice to actually see you guys in person this time around. Like, what a time to be alive, huh?
I know. It turns out it's a little bit easier to do a trivia game if you have a video kind of scoreboard available. So speaking of that, we'll go ahead and jump into the first round and bring up our scoreboard here, assuming I can do Zoom correctly. All right. How are we looking? Can everyone see the board here?
All right. Yeah, looks good.
All right, so the way the game works, if you weren't with us last year, is we're going to have 3 rounds. The first 2 rounds will have 4 categories each, like you see up on the board here. Your 2 contestants are going to take turns picking categories. I'll then read them 3 questions in a row from that category. Each question they get right, they get a point. Each question they do not get right, their opponent can then jump in and steal the question and take the point. There are no negative points for wrong guesses, so if you don't know it, go ahead and throw something out there. There's no penalty. And then we're going to have 2 rounds of 4 categories each. The third round will be a single category. We'll kind of get to that when we get there. But it's pretty easy. You get a point for every correct answer. Most points at the end of the game wins. So not too complicated. We'll go ahead and jump right into it. As we said, Kegan is our first contestant. So Kegan, you get the first choice from our first round categories, which are, I'm not taking your name, it's all over, move along, and nothing to see here. Kegan, where do you want to start?
Move along.
Move along. All right. This category is going to be about coaching changes in the past year. Here's your first question, Kegan. It may actually feel like forever ago, but it was actually just 3 months back when this Michigan State head football coach decided to move along to retirement.
Do I have to answer this in a Who Is Jeopardy style, or do I just say it?
Completely up to you. That would be encouraged, but not required.
All right. So just Mark D'Antonio.
Mark D'Antonio is correct. Kegan jumps out to the 1-0 lead. All right. Second question in Move Along. Lane Kiffin is back in the SEC, getting hired at Ole Miss after they decided it was time for this guy to move along after 3 uninspiring seasons.
So I get to answer this, huh? So
yes, it's still you.
Golly, he's the offensive line coach at Georgia now. Oh. Nope.
Don't have it? All right, Jeff, you got a steal here.
Oh, man. I know it's wrong. I know you said just guess. Hugh Freeze was my guess, but I know he's wrong because he's at Liberty. So
Hugh Freeze is incorrect. Matt Luke was the answer. Matt
I had Luke.
I would not have had that one.
Well, offensive line coach at Georgia, right?
Correct. Yep.
All right, still 1-0 for Kegan. Our final question in the category, Move Along. After Grand Canyon men's basketball had its first ever losing season this past year, they decided it was time for this guy, a Phoenix Suns legend and the only head coach in school history, to move along.
Man. There's only about 2 to 3 players I know that have ever played for the Phoenix Suns that are memorable, and none of them are the names that would be a head coach at Grand Canyon University. So I will pass that one.
Pass the one. All right, Jeff, do you know this one?
We need to edit the question. It's Miami Heat legend Thunder Dan Marley.
I don't know about that. I think I'm going to take about that. But Thunder Dan Marley is correct. Well done, Jeff. So we are evened up at 1 apiece. And Jeff, you have the choice between our 3 remaining first-round categories. I'm not taking your name. It's all over, and nothing to see here.
I'm not taking your name sounds interesting. Let's go with that one.
All right, I'm not taking your name. This category is about schools where the men's and women's teams have a different mascot name.
Oh.
Ooh, okay. This is cool.
Good one.
Here's your first clue.
Probably going to botch them all, but let's go.
St. Peter's University men's teams are the Peacocks.
Oh, I should know this.
Women's teams are this.
Oh, my God. Both of my parents met at St. Peter's. They went to St. Peter's in Jersey City, and I don't know the answer. I'm going to guess the Lady Peacocks.
The Lady Peacocks is incorrect, Keegan.
I figured as much.
No, don't even. Yeah, what is it? I have no clue.
It's the Peahens.
No way. There's no way.
That's the female version of a peacock.
Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. If you're watching, I'm really sorry. I
guess Lady Peacocks when Dustin pitched this question to me about a month ago, so don't feel so bad there, Jeff.
I didn't know that a female peacock was a peahen at all. I thought
that was coming out. Apparently, I'm just more into zoo animals than everybody else. That's fine. All right, moving right along. Our second category, or second question in the category, I'm not taking your name. Louisiana Tech men's teams are known as the Bulldogs, but their women's teams, most notably their storied women's basketball team, go by this completely different name.
The Lady Texters.
The Lady Texters is correct. Well done, Jeff. And Jeff jumps out to a 2-1 lead. Final question in the category, I'm not taking your name, is there are 7 Division I schools who have the Bears as their mascot, but only this Southland Conference school calls their women's teams the Sugar Bears.
Southland Conference. Boy, that's throwing it way. That's throwing a knuckler. For some reason, I'm thinking like.
Thanks for getting the hardest category out of the way.
God, yeah, I know. Yeah, you're welcome, Keegan. I'm gonna go with Mississippi State. I know that's wrong. I'm sorry, Missouri State.
Missouri State is also incorrect, although I believe they are the Bears. But Keegan, do you have a guess here? You want to throw Southland Conference school at the wall?
I appreciate that you know that I have no clue what this answer is, but I'm going to say Central Arkansas.
He pulled it from half court.
Oh!
Correct.
Hey, I know that's the only
That's a good one
team that I know.
Very well done. Very well done. All right. So
that's it. Wow.
We are 2-2 after 2 categories, and control is back to Keegan. He gets to pick between It's All Over and Nothing to See here. Where do you want to go?
So after the first 2 categories had no relation to what I thought they were going to be, I'm just going to randomly pick one and go with the top right one, and It's All Over.
It's all over. All right, this is going to be our audio category. So with each clue, I'm going to play you an audio clip of an athlete celebrating a national championship win. All you have to do is tell me who is the athlete that is speaking. All right, here's number 1. Name the star of a recent college football playoff national championship game heard here.
Thank you. Just thank you, Coach Swinney, Coach Morris, Coach Scott, all the coaches for giving me the opportunity back in high school to lead this program. And they knew something great was going to happen.
Deshaun Watson, right?
Deshaun Watson is correct. Well done. All right, Keegan, up 3-2. Here is your second clue in the category. It's all over. Name the Rose Bowl star heard here.
To me, it's not really all about that. To me, them guys, they are a great, phenomenal football team, man. Matt, he did a great job tonight. I was very impressed by Bush Speed and Lindell. He was running raw real good.
Keegan, do you know who that is?
If this isn't Vince Young, then I don't know.
It is Vince Young, and I enjoyed writing that question probably as little as you enjoyed answering it correctly. Keegan jumps out to the 4-2 lead. All right, last clue in the category. It's all over. Name the star of March Madness 2006 heard here.
Gator boys are hot right now, so why? I mean, I have to. You got to seize the moment because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And now we won it. We can just look back and just let the distractions come in and just enjoy it.
What a quote, first off. Second off, I'm going to have to be lucky and throw something at the wall again. So I know because Blake Griffin that North Carolina, that's when I started paying attention to college basketball, that North Carolina was good then. But, man, 2006. Is that because UConn was 04? I'm going to have to pass. I'm not going to waste more time.
All right. Jeff, do you have a guess on this one?
This is the dumbest guess in the world, but I'm going to guess Kevin Pittsnogle.
Kevin Pittsnogle is incorrect. You may have heard him say Gator Boys at the beginning. It was from Florida's back-to-back championships. That was Joakim
Noah. Okay.
All right.
I mean, he hasn't been relevant in like 8 years. How am I haven't heard of him.
All right, so Jeff.
I don't think he's done anything since that dunk in that triple overtime playoff game in Chicago. That's about it.
Yeah, I think that was the end of it.
It's Boston, yeah.
Derrick Rose got hurt, and that ended his career in Chicago. No one knows what happened to Joakim Noah.
Oh, man.
All right, final category in the first round belongs to Jeff. It is nothing to see here. This is going to be a category about events that, according to the NCAA, never happened. First question. While most people remember this program's narrow loss in the 2008 NCAA tournament finals that was later vacated, they also had all of their NCAA tournament appearances from 1982 to 86 vacated for violations.
2008. Memphis.
Memphis is correct from right here in the American Athletic Conference. Jeff pulls within 4-3. Second.
Power 6, baby.
That's right.
Second.
Speaking of Derrick Rose, right?
Yeah, right. All right. Second clue in the category. What was it again? Nothing to see. I knew it.
Come on.
All right. I'm with it. All right.
First game.
This is such a great category, by the way.
Yeah,
I love this category.
Okay, so things haven't gone too badly for them since, but this Southern Blue Blood had to vacate 21 wins between 2005 and 2007 due to football players supplying friends with tens of thousands of dollars worth of free textbooks.
Man, 05 to 07. Southern Blue Blood. Dadgummit. I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess Clemson, but that's wrong.
Clemson is incorrect. Kegan, do you have a guess?
One, I appreciate you, as both the guys at Scott Holman know, that the Clemson and the Blue Blood conversation is my favorite one to have. Two, the definition of Blue Blood here is really throwing me off because mine, you guys, as you both know, doesn't line up with everybody else's. But in the fun that it is, and I see 21 wins, and in the current era of college football where the Tennessee Volunteers are winning the offseason, I'm going to guess Tennessee.
Tennessee is incorrect. It was Alabama.
Dang it.
Alabama,
really?
Alabama won 21 games. Oh, my God.
Technically, that is part of the 2000s. They did, I think, keep a couple wins from the 2007 season, but yeah, not the best era for Alabama football right there.
Oh, no. It started when we beat them in 2000, so we'll take credit for that. Thank you very much.
Okay, final question in the category. Things haven't that's the same one. This SWAC school won their first ever outright football conference championship in 2010, but less than 4 months later, it had been vacated and they had fired their coach due to myriad violations.
SWAC. I'm going to guess. I feel like I should know this one. Florida A&M.
Florida A&M is incorrect. They are in the MEAC, so they would have.
Oh, that's right.
But Kegan, you got a SWAC school you want to guess here?
I do want to say, God, I think Jacksonville State is in the same conference as Florida A&M, but that's about the only one of those teams that I can think of besides that. So there you go.
Jacksonville State is incorrect. It was Houston's own Texas Southern was the answer. Not a historical.
Not a chance.
No.
Because you were going the kind of Jeopardy round of getting the easy, medium, hard as you go down the category this year. So definitely having some trouble with the hard ones. But 4-3, Kegan is in the lead as we head to the second round. Sam is going to be asking the questions in the second round. So I'll go ahead and turn it over to him.
As you guys can see here, you have empty trophy cases, men's hoops edition, FCS football, capital city schools, dual sport athletes. I believe I was going to say
Jeff is first.
Jeff is first as the second place competitor. What would you like to do, Jeff?
Keep picking the tough ones.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Let's do dual sport athletes. I need some help here. I need to start. I need to come back. Here we go.
It's only 4-3.
Excited about this one. Wrote this category. Pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to read you a clue. You name the dual sport athlete. The first one, perhaps the most famous multi-sport athlete. He lettered in basketball, football, baseball, and track at UCLA from 1939 to 1941. Ironically, baseball was his worst sport in college.
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson is correct. Updated a tie now here. Second one, he is best known for being one of the greatest SEC quarterbacks of the 21st century, but this multi-sport athlete also picked up a team-high 7 saves in 2014 for the school's baseball team.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston's correct. Look at getting Kegan with a Longhorn question, Jeff with an FSU question. What kind of hosts are we? All right, for the final question in this category, this Pac-10 multi-sport athlete is best known for turning into one of the NFL's hardest-hitting defensive backs, but he was also a second-round draft pick of the Florida Marlins in 1992.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I should know this. Oh, give me a minute. Florida Marlins. God, and I am from South Florida. I should know this. NFL's hardest-hitting defensive backs. In 1992. I can't believe it. This is in my wheelhouse. This is a wild guess. Pat Tillman.
Pat Tillman is incorrect. Kegan.
Not a chance.
No love for John Lynch here. John Lynch.
John Lynch got picked by the Marlins. I did not know that.
That was one of my favorite things to find out here. This second round was a
wow. I didn't think he got picked by the Marlins. Okay.
I think played until about mid-A or high A ball or whatever the early 90s equivalent was. Fun stuff. So Kegan, you have a choice in the remaining categories of empty trophy cases, men's hoops edition, FCS football, and capital city schools.
I'm going to go capital city schools.
All right, we're going to lead off here. I'm going to just give you the school that's located in state capital. You just give me the capital city where it's located. Butler.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis is correct.
So, quick story here. Won, the 5th grade GOB, state in Oklahoma. So, let's pay this pays off here.
All right. Drake.
Oh, I should know this. I had a buddy that played ball at Drake. Midwest. Nope, don't got it.
Jeff.
Sioux City, Iowa.
Right state.
Right state, wrong city.
It's the right state.
Good old Des Moines.
Des Moines, Iowa. Dadgummit.
My whole family's from Iowa, so we are.
I suck at state capitals. I was terrible at state capitals.
Last one. Lipscomb. Noted mid-major basketball power, Lipscomb.
In the Northeast. Major city.
Is a state capital.
Capital city.
Or located in a state capital.
It's not Albany. It's that direction, though. God, I got to pass. I don't want to take too much time.
Jeff?
Only reason I know this is because it helps that UCF was in the same conference as them 20 years ago.
Oh, man, that's right. Atlantic Sun, yeah.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Really? I was thinking they were in one of those smaller conferences in the Northeast.
It's funny because at that time we were in the same conference as Belmont and Lipscomb, and they were crosstown rivals.
Yeah, and Vanderbilt, and they're in Tennessee State, or Tennessee Tech, one of the Tennessee somethings.
Tennessee State
as well, yeah.
And a quick funny story: I called our championship game in the A-Sun the second year it was held in Belmont in 04 and 05, and I heard words screamed by these Belmont sorority girls that I have never heard since.
That's awesome.
All right.
Very tight. Jeff leads 6-5. Jeff, you have control of the board.
All right. In honor of USF, let's do empty trophy cases men's hoops edition.
Couldn't get without. Didn't even have to have a USF person.
I can't resist.
Guys, platform. All right. As you can probably tell, this category is about basketball programs that have never won their current conference. You're gonna guess the school based on the clues. So,
okay.
First one here. The last time this Big Ten school won their conference was 1991 when they were members of the Atlantic 10.
Penn State.
Incorrect. Kegan. Current Big Ten school.
Current.
Oh, shoot.
It's bad. I'm not going to know it either, but the only one I can think of, and I make fun of it that they are in the Big Ten, is Rutgers.
Yeah.
Rutgers is correct.
That's it. I knew it. Got it.
I never knew they were an A-10 school. I wrote that question. I was like, Rutgers is in the A-10.
Yeah.
I knew they were like a Big East football and independent. Learn something new every day. All right. This school last won a conference title in 1970 as a member of the Southwest Conference, having failed to win a league title as a member of the WAC or Conference USA since.
Southwest. I'm going to say TCU.
TCU is incorrect, Keegan.
Rice.
Rice is correct.
Doggone it.
Another
blowing this one.
former conference mate of
Yeah.
We had a Rice and a UT question in the same game. What are we doing anyway?
What are we doing? Last clue here. You'd have to go back to 1960 when this school is a member of the Southern Conference to find their last men's regular season basketball conference title, as their drought extends through 3 conference affiliations, including their current conference, the ACC.
Ooh, boy, this is tough. SoCon, 1960. They're now in the ACC. I just feel like there's a cluster of schools that I could guess from here. And it's got to be like a newfangled ACC school. I don't know this one. I'm going to guess Georgia Tech, but I know that's wrong.
Georgia Tech is incorrect. Keegan.
Don't think I know it when I say it with this much confidence. NC State.
Virginia Tech.
I was down to
Virginia
NC State
Tech,
and
yeah.
Virginia Tech, and I picked the other one.
I tested this question on a couple people who are reasonably sports knowledgeable just to see, okay, is this reasonable for this game? And they both guessed Georgia Tech, so I wouldn't feel too
Wasn't
bad.
Virginia Tech also in the A-10, I think, when Rutgers was there? I think they were, weren't they?
I think, yeah, and they were a football independent, I believe, for the longest time.
Before joining the Big East, that's right.
Joined the Big East when Miami was having their zenith. All right, Keegan, you are left with FCS football, my friend. All right, starting off here. The fact that this quarterback only started for 1 year at North Dakota State didn't stop him from being taken with the second pick of the 2016 NFL Draft.
I was so happy. I was waiting. I was hoping he picked the other one. I'm just going to go with strategy here because I knew a North Dakota State question was coming. And Carson Wentz?
Carson Wentz is correct. All right. 3 current Division I FBS schools have won the FCS National Championship this century. Name any 2 of those 3 schools.
Wow. One's Appalachian State.
Correct.
Okay. Now the thinking begins.
I don't know if I can hear that, but I feel like there was like a crack of thunder that was like above my apartment right now.
I just heard that. It sounded like someone banged a bass drum over your head.
Jeff, you want to hear something that's crazy? I had a tornado go over my house whenever I podcasted with these guys. And I'm not kidding you.
Right. No, yeah, I remember that.
I literally go, hey, y'all, I was like, I got to go downstairs because the sirens are going off.
Oh, my God.
And I'm upstairs. And then so it jumped the house that I'm in and hit a house right across the street.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, crazy. Anyways, so I got Appalachian State. Golly, I can't think of another school that's made the jump. This can't be like a recent national championship. So I'm going to pass along the other 2 to Jeff.
Jeff?
Well, obviously I'm going to go with App State. And Marshall?
Marshall is not.
Marshall
Yeah,
didn't
they
go
won one in the
pretty
90s. I know
close,
that.
There was a UCF joke in there somewhere, right? But
Georgia Southern and Western Kentucky were actually
Georgia Southern, yeah.
John Harbaugh's dad actually won it with Western Kentucky. A fact I learned while doing this category. All right, your last clue here. Before a well-traveled NFL career that saw him play for 10 NFL teams in 17 years, this Texas native quarterback threw for well over 3,000 yards and was named Southland Conference Player of the Year in 2001 at Sam Houston State.
Oh my gosh, I should know this. So I'm full of stories, but this is a good one. Another good one. Cousin went to go play for Sam Houston State, and he was supposed to go to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State pulled a scholarship, went to NEO, and then Sam Houston State. And then Rhett Bomar gets kicked off of OU and then goes to Sam Houston State, and my cousin never ends up starting. That is one of those stories that I will never forget. But man, because then before him, it was right before that. Nope, not a shot.
Jeff?
Which McCown is it, Josh or Luke? I'm going to go with Josh McCown.
What a pull. Josh McCown is correct.
Okay.
All right, so we head into the third and final round.
It was the 10 teams in 17 years that gave it away. It wasn't the Southland for me.
I guessed Fitzpatrick, but I didn't.
All right, so we're heading to the final round. The final round is always a single category. You can't see the full. I'll scroll over here for you. So our single category is the 14 teams to win a men's March Madness game as a 14 seed or lower since the year 2000. Obviously, we're not including 16 over 16 in the first 4 games or whatever. So honest to goodness, 14 or lower upsets since the year 2000. So you guys are just going to alternate naming teams that you believe are on this list. As long as they're on the list, you'll get to keep going, keep answering questions, and keep getting points. As soon as you give an incorrect answer, you are out. High score at the end of the third and final round is our winner for today. Since Jeff is behind, house rules are that Jeff gets to go first. So Jeff, whenever you are ready, give us a team that you believe has won a men's March Madness game as a 14 seed or lower since the year 2000.
All right, here we go. Let's start with UMBC.
UMBC is correct. Hold on, we got our there it is. We got our Family Feud style board coming up. So we got UMBC over Virginia as a 16, 20, 18.
Let's go with Florida Gulf Coast.
It's back to Kegan.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead and give that to him. That's fine.
Right, you can take it for his next one if you want to name another school.
George Mason, right? Weren't they?
George Mason is incorrect. Actually, they did not win a game as a.
They were what were they? 13. I'm just trying to run that they went on.
I think they were 12 actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it was like a 12 or 11, and it was more that they had made a deep run as opposed to the first round. So Kegan, it's bad.
That's fun.
So Kegan, unfortunately, that makes it to you. So that's kind of a layup for the end here. So who do you have?
Kegan, you should have taken it. I gave it to you, man. Give me the Eagles. Give me Florida Gulf Coast.
Florida Gulf Coast is correct.
Give me Dunk City.
Well, so we'll go ahead and Florida Gulf Coast as a 15 over Georgetown in 2015. So see if we can go ahead and get our entire list.
Led by Winter Park High School graduate Brett Comer.
Oh God, I was gonna try to see if we could guess them. I closed my eyes.
Yeah, I wanted. Okay.
Iona was right, or not Iona? Who played Duke? Right? Iona's on there? I guess I should look. Right?
Iona's not. Iona's not on there. We had a couple over Duke. Mercer beat Duke as a 14, and Lehigh beat Duke as a 15 in 2012.
Man,
Georgia
would have roasted. College basketball and college basketball history, I guess, is not my deal. Holy crap. I don't remember any of these. For the most
Georgia State would have been my other guess. I was thinking back to the Ron Hunter year.
Yeah, I remember my family is a big as I mentioned, from Iowa, went to Iowa State. So despite not having had very many highly seeded men's teams, Iowa State somehow managed to appear on this list twice.
I remember Bucknell in Kansas.
Bucknell. Uh-huh.
That would have been that, and I remember Duke, and that's it. And UMBC.
I remember. Well, Northwestern State, I remember how they won that game. UAB kind of surprises me that they were a 14.
God, Iowa State made it on the list twice. Good job picking that one, Dustin.
Come on, Cyclones. And then since when? God, 2013, New Mexico was a 3? Holy crap.
That's Steve Alford got the UCLA job.
Steve Alford, that's right. Yeah.
All right.
And you got to win on the loss to Harvard. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, well, great game, guys. Really enjoyed it. Hope you had fun as well. Jeff will be moving on to the next round. Kegan, thanks for your great performance here. So we do want to say, as a thank you for joining the podcast and in the interest of doing some good in the world, we're going to donate to everyone that competes this year $20 to their local food bank of choice. So hit us up in the DMs. Let us know where you want to send that money. Winner of the tournament's going to get a bonus $200. So, Jeff, you got your impetus to keep going here and win some money for a local charity. So let us know in the DMs, local food bank or similar that you would like to us to send us some money to. We'll be happy to do that. And just want to say thanks again to both of you for competing.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Dustin and Sam. God, the 2 games I've been in have been like barn burners, man. Kegan, what a game, man. Last year, I think it went to overtime, right?
Yeah, little buzz there at the end because I was confident in that, but God, yeah,
sorry, man. All right, well, I'll try and win it for you.
Yeah, there you go.